At the Zapara School of Business at La Sierra University, Rebecca Waring Crane currently has on display an art piece called Empty. This will be on display through the end of 2024, and in it, it talks about poverty and food insecurities. There are currently 16,553 students, well, as of 2023, that had poor access to nutrition. If we try to visualize that number, maybe start with 50 or 100, or maybe even 500, this number is hard to comprehend exactly how big it is. So as we start to zoom in at maybe 1,000 or even 5,000, the number starts to come into a little more focus. At 10,000, it seems daunting. And at over 16,000, it starts to put in perspective just how many people don't have access to nutrition. So in the coming art piece, Rebecca's working to help visualize that and reaching out to the community to help with our spoons. So we're reaching out to you to help produce this art piece. It can be as simple as starting with a spoon that you already have in your drawer and taking a food item like a Cheerios box, chopping it open, and using it as a template to then trace a spoon. The art piece will comprise of one spoon for each of those students that didn't have access to food. And so here we'll chop open this cereal box. Your scissors might work a little bit better than my knife. And now we have a place to trace our spoons. So you can use a small spoon, a big spoon, and you don't need anything fancy. Even just a regular ballpoint pen will work. Now be careful of the neck of the spoon. Maybe make it a little bit fatter if you need to. And even on the smaller spoons, this becomes a bigger issue. But don't worry, even if your tracing is as ugly as mine, you can still make it work when you cut it out. Available in the kiosk are templates that you can get that'll make this process easier. And then all you need is a pair of scissors. So just like in kindergarten, everything we learned in life, you learned in kindergarten. We can do a rough cut of our spoons, maybe pre-cut out the one we're going to work on. You don't necessarily have to. And now it's a little easier to handle as we cut it out. Now I'm hopeful that you're as fast as I am at cutting this spoon out. We got a lot of spoons to make, so stick with it, you'll get faster. Just kidding, the video was sped up just a little bit here. Now we have a spoon. A lot of spoons with your help. So where's this at? La Sierra University in Riverside, California. New building a couple years ago. Here on the left is Zapara School of Business. It's a short drive in, park in the parking lot, and head on into the lobby. The rotunda is where this art piece is destined for, titled Article 24, after the United Nations article that all kids should have access to proper nutrition. On the left-hand side of the rotunda is a little kiosk where we can collect your cardboard that you'll donate. So if you have extra food boxes, Cheerio boxes, anything of that type of material that had food in it is key to the project. You can donate your cardboard or come here and build some spoons for us. So taking a piece of cardboard and a template, you'll trace around. Once traced, grab your scissors, cut out your shape, and drop it in the little tiny finished spoons bucket. It's as simple as that. And with your help, we can get to that over 16,500 spoons that will be part of this art piece. If you want to see how I made the templates, continue to watch. Otherwise, stop the video now and you can start making spoons for us. Thank you so much. So here I took some heavier stock, wood or cardboard, and trace an existing template, you can actually trace a spoon that's already been created. It just takes a little bit more work to keep your pin in there. So I stack up a whole bunch of pieces on a backer plate, screw them in there, spend a bunch of time on the bandsaw, and cut this thing out. It's kind of a slow and laborious process, but I'm reminded that for every template that's produced, one person out there, maybe more, will now have the tools they need to contribute to this art piece. So slow and methodical, we're able to cut out about, I think this was 18 templates or so. My bandsaw is about a 1/2 inch wide. It'd do a lot better with an 1/8 inch, but that's what's on there. Slowly make our way around, and you can already see that this template's got some issues. It's a little jagged, it's sharp, it's it's not quite where it needs to be, but don't worry, we're going to touch that up here in a second. Make our way all the way around. I have to cut off a lot of extra material. Yeah, another bend that I can't make. Got frustrated with that section, so we'll just switch over the back and keep trying. Slowly making our progress in there. Well, that's me tripping over the camera. It's not easy when you're straddling the tripod at the same time you're trying to cut a template. All right, now we have a whole stack of them. But we can touch that up. We can grab our little belt sander. Just go to town on that thing. Smooth it all out. Pull those screws out. And what do we got? Oh, yeah, we got to fix the hole because it's got a little dent in it. So when you use it as a stencil, it kind of sits funny on your cardboard. So if we pound that dimple flat, now your cardboard will sit flatter. And we're going to mark these all C. That's the third attempt to make a template. So there's all my C's. Let's test it out. Let's see how this baby works. Yep, it traces. Yeah, it cuts. And now we're kind of back where we started. Yeah, the result looks like a spoon. Excellent. So we got all these examples, different spoons, skinny shape, a fatter shape. We'll line these all up, see how many we can fit on a piece of cardboard. We might need more than 300 pounds of starting material. Depends how efficient we are at using the cardboard that shows up from everyone that volunteers and donates. But we can make good use of the material by trying to fit as many shapes in as possible. And then we're ready to cut. See if I can fit one more in there. Yep, I even take a spoon shape that's already been created and just trace it. It can be done. So if you can't get a template, just use one you've already made. Thanks for participating in Article 24.